Hello, my friend. I found all 109 rugged smartphones that have a 3.5mm audio headphone jack, and then I crunched the numbers to figure out which ones are worth your hard-earned dollars and which ones you really should avoid. This video was suggested by a viewer, so big shout out and thank you to Arsatha Juden 1070 for suggesting this. I hope I'm saying that right, but thank you very much. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to this channel for more great rugged smartphone videos that you will not see anywhere else. And make sure to hit the links in the description below to get the best prices on these phones if you would like to purchase one or learn more about them. And now let's get straight to it, starting with number 10. The Umidigi Bison GT2 Pro 5G. Released February 2022, this rugged phone runs on the Dimensity 900 chipset, which is the second most powerful chipset of all the phones in this video, and it also features dual 5G SIM with Wi-Fi 6 support, and Umidigi's Hyper Engine 3.0 with liquid cooling system to boost performance in gaming, image quality, and overall operation. It's got a 6,150 mAh battery, 8 GB of RAM, and 256 GB of expandable internal storage. It's got a 6.5-inch 90Hz display running at 1080 by 2400 resolution. It is IP68 and IP69K waterproof and dust-proof, but it is only military standard 810G and not 810H like most of the phones in this video. It's got a 64 megapixel rear main camera that can shoot 4K video, and it's even got 2 customizable buttons. Now the Bison GT2 Pro is priced at $390 on Amazon and just $290 on AliExpress. Hit the links in the description below to check it out. Now, if you are looking for a good night vision rugged phone that has a 3.5mm audio jack, then you are in luck, my friend, because the next 6 rugged phones in this video all have night vision, and a couple even have both night vision and thermal imaging. Next up at number 9 is the Oukitel WP19. Released in June 2022, the WP19 has a massive 21,000 mAh battery. It's got 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of expandable internal storage, and it runs on the Helio G95 chipset. The 6.78-inch display runs at 1080 by 2460 resolution. It's got a nice 64 megapixel camera that can shoot 4K video, and it's got a 20 megapixel night vision camera. It is also IP68 and IP69K, as well as military standard 810H. Now on the downside, it is not 5G. The WP19 is priced at $383 on Amazon and just $280 on AliExpress. Next up at number 8, we've got the AGM Glory G1S 5G. Released in May 2022, this phone actually has got both night vision and thermal imaging, and it's even 5G. It's also got a 48 megapixel main camera, 8 GB of RAM, and 128 GB of internal storage that is expandable up to 512 GB. It runs on the Snapdragon 480 chipset, which is about on par with the Helio G95 performance-wise. It's got a 6.53-inch display running at 1080 by 2340 resolution, and it also is IP68 and IP69K, as well as military standard 810H. Now on the downside, it only has a 5,500 mAh battery, but that's still a decent battery capacity. The AGM Glory G1S is priced at $600 on Amazon. Hit the links in the description below to check it out. Please leave a like on this video if you are enjoying it so far, because that helps YouTube recommend this video to more people. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you very much. Now the next best rugged phone with a 3.5mm headphone jack is number 7, the AGM Glory 5G. Released in November 2021, the AGM Glory is a lot like the Glory G1S, except the Glory has more internal storage and a larger battery, and it is about $100 cheaper than the Glory G1S. Also, the Glory does have night vision, but it does not have a thermal imaging camera. The Glory has a 6,200 mAh battery, 8 GB of RAM, and 256 GB internal storage that is expandable up to 512 GB. It's got a 6.53-inch display running at 1080 by 2340 resolution. It is both IP68 and IP69K, as well as military standard 810H. It also runs on a Snapdragon 480, and it is 5G. It's got a 48 megapixel main camera with a 20 megapixel night vision camera. The AGM Glory is priced at $500 on Amazon. Now this next rugged phone can actually last almost 100 days on a single charge. Coming in at number 6, it is the UNIHERTZ Tank. Released November 2022, the UNIHERTZ Tank is packed with a mammoth 22,000 mAh battery that gives you 150 hours or 6 days of calling, 99 days of standby, or 7 days normal use on a single charge. It's also got 8 GB of RAM, 256 GB of internal storage, but it is not expandable. Its large 6.81-inch display is the largest display in this video, and it runs at 1080 by 2340 resolution. The tank is military standard 810H for drop proofing. It is IP68 and IP69 waterproof and dust proof. The tank runs on a Helio G99 chipset, but it is not 5G. It's got a 108 megapixel main camera that can shoot 4K video, and it's even got a 20 megapixel night vision camera. The UNIHERTZ Tank is priced at $400 on Amazon and $400 on AliExpress. Check the description below for links. Next up, coming in at number 5 is the Ulefone Armor 17 Pro. Released October 2022, the Armor 17 Pro comes with a 5,380 mAh battery, 8 GB of RAM plus 5 GB virtual RAM, 256 GB internal storage that is expandable up to 2 TB, which is the highest expandability. It's got a 6.58-inch 120Hz display running at 1080 by 2408 resolution. It is IP68 and IP69K rated, as well as military standard 810G, and like the UNIHERTZ tank, it also runs on the Helio G99 chipset. It is not 5G, but it does have a 108 megapixel main camera that can shoot 2K video and also features 8 megapixel night vision. The Armor 17 Pro is priced at $390 on Amazon and just $266 on AliExpress. You can hit the links below in the description to check that out. Next up at number 4 is the AGM Glory Pro 5G. This is like the AGM Glory that we looked at earlier in the video, but the AGM Glory Pro has got both night vision and thermal imaging. Released in November 2021, the AGM Glory Pro comes with a 6,200 mAh Arctic battery, 8 GB of RAM plus 256 GB internal storage that is expandable up to 512 GB. It's got a 6.53-inch display running at 1080 by 2340 resolution. It is IP68 and IP69K as well as military standard 810H, and it runs on the Snapdragon 480 chipset like the previous AGM phones in this video. It is 5G with a 48 megapixel main camera plus a 20 megapixel night vision camera, and it also includes a thermal camera. The AGM Glory Pro is priced at $800 on Amazon. And now for number 3, it's the Ulefone Power Armor 19. Released in January 2023, the Power Armor 19 comes with a 9,600 mAh battery, and it's got 12 GB of RAM plus 5 GB virtual RAM and 256 GB internal storage that is expandable all the way up to 2 TB. It's got a 6.58-inch 120Hz display running at 1080 by 2408 resolution. It is IP68 and IP69K as well as military standard 810H, and it runs on the Helio G99 chipset. It is not 5G, but its 108 megapixel rear camera can shoot 2K video, even though it does not have night vision or thermal imaging. The Power Armor 19 is priced at $420 on Amazon and just $300 on AliExpress. Check the links in the description below to get these low prices. Next up are the top 2 rugged phones. But first, here are some honorable mentions that didn't quite make it into the final top 10, but they are still worth checking out, and they all have 3.5mm headphone jacks, and they are all rugged. The first honorable mention is the Atom XL. The Atom XL with its small 4-inch display is your best choice if you need a tiny rugged phone with a 3.5mm jack. Next is the Nokia XR20. This is the best if you need a 5G rugged phone that also looks more like a normal iPhone or Android. The BV9800 Pro. This is a more budget-friendly thermal imaging rugged phone priced at $350. The Samsung Galaxy X-Cover 6 Pro. Now this is for you if you need a 5G rugged phone with the best performing chipset, because this comes with the Snapdragon 778, which is currently the best chipset on any rugged phone at the time of this video. And the Armor 9. This is the most budget-friendly with 4K video and thermal imaging, plus it's got expandable storage up to 2 TB. Now it is priced at $450, which is not super cheap, but it is lower than the thermal imaging phones that made it into the top 10 spots. If you are interested in any of these phones, check the description below for links. And now it is time for the top 2 picks. Coming in at number 2 is the Ulefone Power Armor 18 5G. Released January 2023, the Power Armor 18 has a lot of the same specs as the Power Armor 19, but the 18 has a better chipset, which is the Dimensity 900, which is the second best chipset in the whole video, aside from the Samsung Galaxy Xcover 6 Pro in the honorable mentions. Also, the Power Armor 18 has a 108 megapixel main camera that can shoot 4K video instead of just 2K video. The Power Armor 18 also is 5G, and it costs a little bit more than the Power Armor 19. Now, the Power Armor 18 is set up to be more of a photography-centered phone with lots of extra photography modes and other bells and whistles for photography, so this is probably going to be for you if you are looking for a great rugged phone for photography that has a 3.5mm jack. All of the other main specs are the same as the Power Armor 19. The Power Armor 18 is priced at $520 on Amazon. And now it is time for the number 1 pick. Coming in at number 1, it's the Ulefone Power Armor 18T 5G. Released in October 2022, this is going to be your best choice if you need a 5G rugged phone with a 3.5mm jack that also has thermal imaging and can also shoot 4K video. It's got a lot of the same specs as the Power Armor 18 and 19, like the 9600 mAh battery, 12 GB of RAM plus 5 GB virtual RAM, and 256 GB internal storage that is expandable all the way up to 2 TB. It's also got a 6.58-inch 120Hz display running at 1080 by 2408 resolution. It is rated IP68 and IP69K, but it is the lower military standard 810G rating. It's got a Dimensity 900 chipset, it is 5G, and its 108 megapixel main camera can shoot 4K video. It does not have night vision, but it does have thermal imaging. Now, the Power Armor 18T is priced at $700 on Amazon and just $516 on AliExpress. Hit the links in the description below to check it out or to purchase one. Well, what do you think? Which is your favorite rugged phone with a 3.5mm headphone jack? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please share this video if you have found it helpful, and then click here for even more great rugged smartphones, and I will see you in the next video.